Happy Father's Day. All right, let's allow those hips to sink back towards your heels. Open your knees as wide as you'd like or can. Hi, Cindy. Good, just let your belly soften. Let your eyes just gaze down to the tip of your nose. Hi, Cindy, welcome. And then see if you can just relax your neck and shoulders. The arms don't have to be out in front of you, they could be anywhere. By your side, in between your legs, under your head. Breathe fully and deeply across the spaces, lower, mid, and upper back. And take a few more rounds until you start to feel ready to move your arms out in front of you if they're not. And spread your fingers and just see if you can find a little bit more space. So when you do finally move your hands out in front of you, again, push your heels of your hands forward so you push the hips towards your heels. Take another breath while you rest here. And then exhale your arms to the side, make a little T, just resting the fingertips on the floor, tenting your fingers. Use the fingertips on the floor to allow your upper body to come sit up on your heels. Bring your hands by your knees and bring your knees together. Take a breath in as you stretch the arms overhead. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, let's rise up onto our shins. You can tuck your toes or not. Exhale, take just your right arm back towards your right foot. Don't bother reaching forward too far. And then come back up, inhale. Exhale, left arm towards the left foot. Push your hips forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Touch the fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift your heart, bring your arms up. Exhale, reach up and back towards your right foot. Maybe it touches, maybe not. Inhale up. Exhale up and over to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive, fingertips on the floor, head down, let your hips go back. Inhale one more time, rise up. Exhale, right hand to right foot, shin or ankle. See if you can stay there for a moment. Push your hips forward, don't take it as your biggest back bend. And rise up on the inhale. Exhale, left hand to left heel. Maybe it's the back of your thigh, maybe you're tucking your toes under, maybe you're just not reaching it, and that's fine. Just push the hips forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, come down onto your heels, and then just scoot your hands around to the back of your heels and cup your heels with your hands. Bring your chin to your chest, your forehead to your knees, and let your head go. Inhale, rise up onto the tops of your feet and your shins, and just pull the belly up into your spine. And then see if you can pull your upper shoulders apart as you hold on to those heels. Find a little bit more space. No tension in your head, so there's no weight in your head. Press the top of the foot and shin down. Exhale, sit back on your heels. Crawl your fingertips out in front of you one more time. This time your knees are closer together, so if you need to adjust, please adjust. Inhale to all fours, tuck your toes, find your downward facing dog as you lift your hips in the air. Exhale, and walk your dog from side to side. Sending some weight into either arm, either leg, side to side, front and back. And when you feel ready, settle in and just find your space in down dog. Find your peace, find some power. Get rid of tension, shake your head out yes and no. And then separating your feet as wide as your mat, pinkies are on the edges of the mat, chest to thighs. Walk your hands back to your feet, coming into a wide-legged standing forward bend. Take your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, palms together, knuckles up and over your head. Now, I say over your head, but that's not going to happen for a lot of us. So just somewhere, maybe off your back or stretching backwards, wherever your body kind of lets you go. And again, lengthen open. And then using the strength of your arms to pull you back, lift with your heart. Rise all the way up to standing and knuckles to the earth as your heart lifts up. Inhale, arms all the way overhead. Once again, interlace your fingers. This time just turn the palms inside out. Reach up long with your hands to the sky and pull the shoulders down and press through the heels as you lean to the right side. Lifting up and out of that waistline. Inhale back to center. Exhale up and over to the left side. And then come back to center. Lift a little higher. As you exhale, lean to the right. Bend your knees and kind of circle your arms around and come up and over to the left side. We'll do the reverse. Left side first, bend the knees, sweep it around. Rise up using the side body. Let's do one more to the right. As you exhale, we fold. Hands are connected, or you can let them go and come back to center, other side. Exhale, swing it around, all the way up to the sky. Lift up your heart and place your hands behind your head. Let your head rest into your arms. Open the front of your chest and shoulders. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Lift your knees up. Lean to the right side as you exhale. Inhale back to center. Up and over, exhale left side. Inhale back up to center. Lift your heart. Exhale, reach the arms all the way up. Soften the knees, bring your arms shoulder height, and then pull your belly in and around. Just scoop out your tailbone. Exhaling, just bring your arms to the floor. Place the fingers on the floor, shins or blocks, look forward. Walk your hands forward to a downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Rise up onto your tippy toes and shift your body weight forward so your shoulders are over your wrists. High plank pose. Crown of the head, tailbone long. Exhale, hips up in the air. Inhale on your toes, come forward to high plank. Good, lower your left knee, lift your right leg off the floor, point your toe. Exhale, right knee in the center, step it all the way through. Adjust your back leg if you need to so that you're not sitting on top of it. Inhaling. Pull your shoulders back and down as you exhale. Keep your belly lifted away from your thighs. Inhale. And exhale. Stretch the arms up overhead. Inhaling. Exhale. Pull the arms down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale. Pull back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep your arms in that like a goalpost and twist to the right side. Keep your left hip forward. Take the left arm outside the right arm and then bring prayer hands to your heart center. Thumbs to your heart, looking over your right shoulder. Pressing the top of the left foot and shin down to the floor. Creating space, lifting away from your belly. One more breath, belly and thigh. Come back to center on the inhaling breath. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Lift the knee up. Good. Straighten the front leg to the best of your ability here. Inhale. And exhale, pulling the right hip back and the left hip forward. So you're in a longer stance, so we're in a pretty wide forward fold, or a pretty wide lunge with our legs straight. One more breath. Inhale, rebend the right knee, plant your palms, step back to a downward facing dog, hips come high in the sky. This time our feet are a little closer together. Stretch up onto your tippy toes, lift your knees up, come into a high plank, bring your collarbones forward, breathe in, breathe out. Good. Lower your right knee to the floor, step your left foot forward between your hands, adjust the back leg as much as you need to. Settle into it for a moment, just sink forward. Relax your neck and shoulders. Looking good, guys. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, settle. And inhale, bend your elbows like goalposts. Squeeze your shoulders together. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze the arms together. Squeeze your shoulders together. Now rotate to your left side. Take your right arm outside left thigh and bring your hands together in prayer. Pressing into the top of the right foot and shin. Getting knee back on that right leg. Couple more breaths, inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, come on back to center, arms up. Exhale, release your hands to the floor, tuck your right toes underneath you. Lift the knee up and straighten your front leg and fold. Square up your hips, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, hands on either side of your feet or on blocks or even raise up to your shins. Another breath. Inhale, look forward, bend your front knee and step your right leg or your back leg to the front of your mat. Bring your hands on your shins, lengthen your spine, bring your collarbones forward. Exhale, let it go. One more time, hands on shins, look forward, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart or your hips, rise up to standing. Bring your feet a little closer together. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, bring your elbows back and down. Good, inhale, up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. One more time, bring it all the way up. Exhale, elbows in, squeeze, fold down to the floor, lengthen your spine, inhale, halfway lift. Right leg steps back, exhale. Hands on either side of that leg, hug your hips towards midline. And then rise up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the knee and bend the arms. Let's do that again. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good, one more time. We're gonna end up with the legs bent and the arms bent. And then from here, just straighten your back leg, turn to your left side, and take that same twist. Breathe in, now think about that back leg. If you like to put it on the floor, go ahead. But if you're using it, make it active, breathe. Bring the crown of the head towards the front of the mat, tailbone back. Inhaling and exhaling, finding a little bit more space here. Good, take another breath here, inhale, let go as you exhale. Straighten your front leg, maybe shorten your stance a little bit more. And pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath as you start to shift your weight into your left leg. Lift your right leg off the floor, just balance, breathe. Hands on blocks or shins or floor. And then bring your hands to your heart center, rise up to standing, shake it out, arms by your side. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, just do this one time here. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Left leg back, exhale, find your space. Rise onto your fingertips, hug your hips towards midline. Back leg is strong like a plank. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend the left knees and the elbows. Inhale, make this as strong as you want in your back. Two more, exhale. Inhale, hold it down on the exhale. Keep your arms as they are and straighten the back leg without lifting your hips. Turn to your right side, left elbow outside right knee, hands in prayer, and twist. Thumbs to the sternum, breathe, inhale. And exhale, keep looking for the space between your belly and your thighs, right? Rotating around the spine. Thumbs to your heart center, one more breath, inhale. Good, as you exhale, come back to center, arms up. And then fold over your right leg, straightening the leg and maybe shortening your stance. So again, feel where you have to be. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, and hang your head on top of your shins. Inhale and exhale. Relax the neck. Just let your body, the weight of your head, just let it come on down. Inhale, look forward, walk your hands forward. Soften your front knee, lift your back leg off the floor. Keep it square, nice and square. Reach that back foot towards the back of the mat, back of the room, wherever you are. Good. And then inhale. You can either bring your feet together and rise up, or just rise up, balancing a little bit more. Inhale and exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, just fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg steps all the way back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend the knees and the arms. Stay here, straighten the back leg, and twist outside your left thigh.
Right leg is nice and strong. Crown of the head is forward. Lift your belly off your thigh. One more breath. Exhale, just release the hands to the floor. Step your back foot in a little bit closer. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, fold over your left shin. Exhale. Now inhale, begin to bring your weight into your left leg. Lift the right leg off the floor. Keep the left hand down on the floor or on a block. And bring your right hand to your hip as you open up to the right side. Stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips. Flexing your right foot, reaching it out long. And then maybe the right arm comes up, maybe the eye gaze goes up, maybe anything else happens. And it's all your choice. If you like to bind it, Shavasana, feel free. If you have a wall behind you and you're reaching it, use the wall. So hug that left hip inward, and then lift off of your left side hip. So pull your torso up and roll it to the right side or to the open side. Breathe in, breathe out. Flex your right foot so strong. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the right hand, square the hips. Look forward. Good. Bring your right knee to your chest, round and curl. Come up to standing, both feet to the floor, arms up. Hands to your heart center, exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg back. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, bend the arms and the legs, straighten the back leg, and twist as you bring your hands to prayer. Lifting up that left knee, nice and strong, breathe in. Breathe out, find a little more space, inhale. And then exhale, hands to floor, straighten your front leg, straighten your back leg, bring it in closer, square up your hips, inhale. And exhale, fold over your right shin. Let it go. Inhale. And exhale. One more big breath. Good, inhale, look forward. Walk your right hand in front or to the side of your right foot. Shift your weight in your right leg. And then take your left hand to your hip and begin to open up to the left side of the body, or the left side of your mat. And then squeeze your right glute inward, your right hip inward, and then lift your torso and rotate it. Maybe the arm goes up, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it stays on your hip, or maybe you're binding your foot today, whatever speaks to you. And we're working on stacking our shoulders and hips, and breathing in, breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. Another breath. Left arm down, square your hips. Just square them off. Pull that left hip down. Bring your knee to your chest, round and curl. Step the feet together, rise up to stand, inhale. Bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up. Bring your hands to your prayers, you bend your knees and exhale. Sit your weight back in your heels and bring your left elbow outside your right thigh. Look down and check out that left knee that is not shooting forward, and then drop your seat a little bit lower. And once again, look for the space on the belly, lifting the belly away from your thighs. Inhale and exhale. Come a little bit deeper with your pose, with your hips. Come back through center chair pose, arms up, and twist to the other side. Look down at your knees, make sure the right knee doesn't sneak forward at the left. Sit your weight back into the heels, lift your belly off your thighs, palms to your heart center, breathe in, and breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, back to center, arms up, chair pose. Rise to stand, hands to prayer. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees and elbows. Keep the arms bent, straighten the leg, and bring your twist over to the side. So just like we did before. Now we're going to stay a little bit more. Breathe, crown the head towards the front of the mat. If you'd like to exalt your arms, or take a full or half bind, sure, go for it. Inhale. Exhale, back leg is strong as if you were in a plank. As you exhale, bring your hands to the floor, step a little closer. If you have blocks and you want to use them, just kind of keep them nearby. Fold over your front leg. Pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your left hand forward, shift your weight into your left leg. Half moon balance, Ardha Chandrasana. Open up your heart, stack your shoulders, stack your hips. Flex your right foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, keep your right leg where it is for now. Bring your right hand down. Square off your hips. Bring your left hand to your hip. Those of you who know me know this is my absolute least favorite yoga pose. Therefore, we're doing it. The ones you don't want to do are the ones you need. Breathe in, twisting, revolving your half moon pose. Lori knows how much I hate this pose. Good. If you need to put your foot on the floor, put your foot on the floor. That's okay. See if you can come off of it again. One more breath. Keep your left arm up and your right leg back. And step your right leg back. Bring the block or your hands with you to the outside of your left leg. Twist. Hug your hips again. I like this pose. It's almost the same pose, but our feet are on the ground. Crown of the head to the front. Heart to the left. Inhale. Exhale, look down. Hands to the floor. Separate your hands on either side of your leg. Soften your left knee and step back to a low lunge. And step your left leg in the air for three-legged downward dog. Open your hip. Keep your knee bent. Turn yourself back to dog. Stay in dog as the knee comes to the chest, rounding curl. And then shift forward to a high plank. Step your back foot to the right foot, or your left foot to the right foot. Shift a little forward, either go to your knees, or go halfway down, or add some push-ups. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hips up in the air. Breathe in, breathe out. Feet together, right leg in the air. Step the right foot forward. Adjust whatever you need to adjust as you rise up. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Straighten the back leg, twist to the right side, and take your twist. Now we're going to stay here a little bit longer, so you feel free to exalt your arms, twist or bind, single or both. You choose. Sometimes staying in the prayer twist allows me even more room to grow. Sometimes I just don't end the playfulness. Nothing right or wrong about it. Inhale. It's when my body's speaking to me. As you exhale, look down, release your hands, and step a little closer with your back leg. Straighten your front leg and fold over it. Pull your right hip back. You don't mind if I sing a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands forward. Shift your weight into your right leg. Right hand stays down. Left hand comes on your hip. Open up to the left side, Ardha Chandrasana. Push firmly into that right leg and move that right hip to midline. Open up your torso, reach the back leg all the way back. Inhale. Anything you're playing with here, if you're balancing, if you're binding, if you're taking prayer hands, whatever you're doing, work on it. Don't rush through it. And even if I take you out of it sooner, you come back. You stay as long as you want. Now, as you exhale, lower your left hand, square your hips. If you're using a block, bring it to the center. Left hand stays, right hand to your hip, lengthen your spine, and then make the twist. And ideally, you're stacking shoulders again. Ideally, you're hugging your legs close together. Yeah. Don't be afraid if you fall. You okay there, Laura? It's not your favorite pose either, huh? Breathe in and out. One more breath, everybody. Step your left foot back 2 to 3 feet. Revolved or twisted triangle, bring your hand closer on a block or inside or outside the foot. So reaching the arm up, stacking your shoulders, but squaring off your hips as best you can. Breathe in, breathe out. And as you exhale, fold. Hands on either side of the right leg. And then bend that knee. Step back. Stretch your right leg in the air, three-legged dog. And open up the hip and just bend and straighten. Flex point, roll through the ankle. Keep the knee bent. Keep your downward dog. Knee to chest, rounded curl. Then step it forward to a high plank. Right leg moves back. Take your vinyasa, skip, add. Play with it. Down dog, hips up in the air. Breathe. Good. Soften your knees, look forward, walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet the width of your hips or mat or wider. Maybe you sit on a block, but drop your hips in between your heels. Bring your arms inside, close your eyes. Malasana pose, wide-legged squat. Feel free to use blocks underneath your hips. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. You can stay here or bring your hands down and make your way to your crow if you're practicing with your knees outside of your triceps. Cool. Maybe the toes touch, heels come up to the buttocks. Some of you might be practicing with a straighter arm, getting your knees on your triceps for crane. Some of you take this into a headstand or any other variations that you'd like, or stay in your Malasana pose. If you're playing around and you want to jump back, or meet us in right where we are in Malasana. Inhaling and exhaling. Let go of your hands to the floor. Join us back here in a standing forward fold. Bring your feet back to hips width distance apart. Slide your fingertips onto the outsides of your feet or on your block or shin. And then bend your knees enough that you can lift your heels up, your feet up, and slide your hands underneath. Wrap your big toes around the wrist. Forward, inhale. Exhale, elbows out to the side, head to the shins. Feel like you're going to fall forward a little bit, so put a little bit more weight into the hands. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift and push and pull one more time. Let go of your feet, hands to your heart, rise up to stand. Bring your arms down by your side. Separate your feet. Place your hands on your back, fingers in either direction. Lift yourself up. Open up that heart. Squeeze your elbows together. And then come back to standing. Arms by your side, Tadasana Mountain Pose. Shift your weight into your left leg and balance on it. Right leg up. But when I say shift your leg into your left leg, I don't mean collapse your weight into it. Just hold yourself up as if you still had your right leg on the floor, but it's just the left. And then open up the knee. Take your right hand and assist if you need it. Foot inside Vrikshasana Tree Pose. Hug the left hip in, just like we did standing in our Ardha Chandrasana. Hands to your heart. Good. And then point your toes down and squeeze your inner foot and your inner thigh together as you're doing with your hands. Inhale and exhale. Good. Reach your arms up if it's in your practice today. Good. Pull that left hip towards midline. One more breath. Exhale, prayer back to the heart. Inhale, release your right foot, balancing still. Kick your right leg back all the way into Warrior 3. Bring that leg back, crown of the head forward. Have a block nearby. Inhale. Exhale, open up your arms, make cactus arms. Good. Now, just lean towards your right side, so left elbow goes down. You don't have to go all the way into the pose. Breathe in. Focus on nothing, your breath, your eye gaze. Yeah, I know, it's challenging. If you have to touch down, you touch down. Come back to center. Good, we're still in Warrior 3 with these goalpost arms. And then let's rotate the other way. Doesn't have to touch down, we're just turning our torso. Inhale back to center. Hands to floor blocks. Standing split. Oh my goodness. Walk your hands in. Feel free to hold on with one or two hands. Chest to your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Inhale. Exhale, right leg to left leg. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, let it go. Ragdoll to stand all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Arms by your side. Bring all your weight to your right leg without collapsing into it. Lift the left leg off the floor. Find some stability in that right leg. Really pull the hip in close. Then open the knee out. Grab a hold of the foot if you'd like to. Place it above or below your knee as your hands come to prayer. Toes turn down to the floor. Right hip hugs into his midline. Thumbs are touching. Breathe. If it's in your practice today, open up the arms. Reach, reach, reach. So as you reach the sky, you ground through the heel of the foot into the floor. Good. Exhale. Bring your hands back to prayer. Bring your left leg forward, balancing. Float it back for your Warrior 3. And then take your arms out to the side. Goalpost them. Rotate just the torso over to the left. It's like Ardha Chandrasana, but we're not touching down. Inhale. So you really have to firm that standing leg. Maybe you open all the way, maybe not all the way. Inhale back to center. Take your time. Breathe. Exhale, rotate to the right. If you were putting your hands down, I tell you this is my least favorite pose in yoga. So twisted. I know. Breathe. Come back to center. And then fold over your right leg. Walk your hands to your foot. Maybe you hold on with one or two hands. Don't worry about it if you're not that high. By the way, if you'd like to kick up into a handstand, this is a good place for it. So I offer that up to you if you're practicing handstands. Work on kicking up. Otherwise, just stay in your standing split or any variation thereof. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left leg to the floor. Lift your spine. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, rise to stand. Bring your arms all the way up overhead. Bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale, arms by your side. Palms open. If you're not at the top of your mat, take a few steps forward or a step forward, Simon says. Shiva says. Good. Inhale the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, high plank. Flow through a vinyasa, skip it, add to it. We all meet in downward facing dog when we're done. Bring your feet together, right leg in the air, nice and high. Right knee to your chest, step it all the way through. Let's turn over to the left side as we pivot our right foot in. Turn your toes and slightly pigeon, fold over. Shifting your weight again a little bit forward, so maybe it feels like you're going to go to a headstand. If that's in your practice now and you want to take it, that's fine. We're going to come up for a second though. So inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your hips or heart, rise up to standing. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Arms open up. Turn your toes outward. Exhale, bend the arms and legs. Squeeze. Take your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, knuckles down. Sit a little lower. Good. Inhale a little bit deeper. Exhale, stand up, turn the toes in, and fold over, arms over your head. Head down, arms up. If you'd like to release into a headstand here, please do. Hands on the floor, you could do your tripod or a full headstand with your forearms on the floor. Take another breath in a forward fold if you're not moving. And then we'll release the hands. Feel free to stay up if you're on your head. Lengthen your spine. Bend your left leg. Right toes come up. Breathe. Keep your left hand down, right arm up. You can go as deep as your body will allow you to. Then release the right hand, spin it around to the front of the mat. Lower your left knee to the floor. Bring both hands on the inside of your right leg and heel toe the right foot out to the side. Good, just stay here for a moment. Just feel what's going on in the hips. Maybe rock a little bit side to side, forward and back, maybe some circular motions. If you're doing that, go in both directions. And then come on back to center. Take your forearms to the floor. Hug your knee towards your shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Hands on the floor. Separate your hands on either side of your right leg. Bring it back to center and stretch it out. Either a half split, a full split, or maybe take a block and have a seat on the block or the floor, stretching over your legs. So you choose which way you want to express yourself in this pose today. If you're in any kind of a half or full fold, feel free to take your left hand outside that right leg and bring your right hand, maybe bind it behind your back, ear to the knee. Breathe in and empty out. One more breath. Come back to center, hands on either side of your legs. Lengthen your spine. If you're in any other split, begin to bring yourself out of it. Come into a kneeling lunge. Tuck your left toes underneath you and lift your right leg in the air for three-legged downward dog. Shake it out. Good. So adjust it so that your right leg is over your left leg. Breathe. Extend the right leg long, square your shoulders and hips. Bring all four on the floor. Stay in dog or take a flow. Your choice. Upward and downward facing doggies. Bring your feet together, top of the back of the mat, left leg in the air. Open up the hip and the knee. Keep even weight distributed between right and left shoulders. And then bring the left knee to the chest, downward dog. Look forward, step it through. Walk around to your right side, turn your left toes with you. Rise up onto your fingertips. Exhale, fold in between your two legs. Send your weight a little bit forward so your knees don't have the opportunity to hyperextend. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your hips or heart, come up to standing. Tuck your toes underneath you, do a little back bend, give yourself a little massage. Turn your toes outward. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend the arms, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, sit a little lower. And maybe sit a little lower, squeeze your shoulders together a little bit more. Release your arms behind your back, interlace one finger over from the last time. Lift your heart, sit a little deeper. Inhale, exhale. Good, now push your legs straight, turn them forward, and bring your arms back away from your back. Use straps or towels if you need them. Inhale, release your hands to the floor. Lengthen your spine. Bend your back leg, your right knee, left toes up. Right hand stays, left arm opens up, twist. Inhale, release hands and feet, walk to the front of your mat. Hands on the inside of the left leg, right knee to the floor. Send your weight forward, hug your knee towards your shoulder. And so you can stay here or move it to your forearms. hugging the knee towards the shoulder. Take another breath. Inhale, bring the hands back. Separate your legs. Find your way to any split, full, half, supported, sitting on your heel, whatever feels right for your body. Walk and fold over your left leg. Inhale, and exhale, let it go. If you'd like, take your right arm outside your left foot. Maybe bind your left arm behind you and reach your head towards your toes. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, return to center. Take yourself slowly out of whatever split you're in. Come back into a low lunge. Hands on either side of the foot, tuck your right toes underneath you. And take your left leg in the air, three-legged. Open your hip. And then place 4 on the floor. Come through a vinyasa or skip and stay in down dog or child's pose. Inhale on your tippy toes. Right leg high in the side. Once again, open up that right hip. Drop the heel towards the buttocks. Keeping the knee bent, shift through your center plank. And then bring your right knee to your right wrist. Tuck your left toes behind you. And lift your heart up. Start upright. Check out your back foot to make sure it's not sickling too much or at all. If you're resting on your right hip but the left hip lifts up, put a block or towel or blanket underneath your right hip. And then crawl your hands out forward until you first find the first resistance. And then when you settle into it a little bit, see if you can go a little bit deeper. Maybe there's a block under your head. Relax the neck and shoulders. Take a few breaths here to settle into it. A few breaths to let your body know to surrender. Don't hold on to anything, physical or emotional. Inhale, bring your hands back onto your shoulders. If you're on a block, just move it out for a moment, or maybe you'll keep it away. And then roll onto your right hip and take your left leg out to the left side. So it's a little bit more off to an angle. Walk your left hand down. Maybe you can grab the big toe. Maybe you're just on your shin or a block. Right arm comes up and over. Now open up your heart. Some of you will be able to hold on to your left foot with your right hand as well, as long as that right shoulder doesn't come down and you stay open. You're rotating again in your torso and your left side of your body is resting towards the thigh or on it for some. Reach your arm as far away over your head as you can and spin your heart as open as you can on the right side. One more breath. Look down, rise up, inhale, right arm down, left arm up, open up your heart. And then exhale your hips to the floor. Take your left leg, sweep it around to the outside of the right leg, straighten the bottom leg if you need to. Twist over to your left side, lengthen your spine. Any bind, half full. Inhale tall. Look to your right side and twist to your right side a little bit more. back to the center. Spin yourself around, release your legs, shake them out. Cross one leg in front of the other. Step back, take a flow, jump back, whatever you want to do. Downward dog is where we end up. Left leg in the air, open the hip. Bend the knee. Stay even in your torso. Exhale, knee to chest, round and curl. Left knee, left wrist. Snuggle your right leg back. Start upright. Check it out. Make sure your foot's not sickling in. Nice and tall. And then come down. First point of resistance. Let go. Settle into this. The more you can relax, the deeper you're going to go. You hold on to tension, it's going to just prohibit you from going any further. And I think that carries through with a lot of our life tales, huh? Breathe in and out. Take another breath as you bring your hands to the floor. If you're on a block, move it off to the side for a moment. And then let your left hip sit to the floor. Turn to your right side of your mat. Right leg out to the diagonal. Inhale your right arm to your right big toe or somewhere that you can touch down. Left arm comes up as you exhale up and over to the right side. Keep your left hip rounded to the earth. Some of you, again, can reach both arms overhead and touch onto the foot. I can't. But if you do that, don't do it at the expense of folding forward with your left shoulder, right? Over. Inhale, rise up, left hand down, right arm up. Open up your hips, stretch. Exhale, hips down. Right leg sweeps around left, or bottom leg can come out straight. Left arm to the outside of the right leg and twist. You can do anything you want, a forward, head line, whatever you're doing today. Inhale. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Keep the twist, but look to the left. And then release to the left. Come back to the center. Good. Release your legs. Shake out your legs. Kick them out. Place your feet on the floor this time. Place your fingertips on the floor, or your palms on the floor, facing your hips. Lift your hips up in the air. Let your head come back down. I'm just going to change my mat position for a moment. So you keep into your reverse tabletop position. Squeeze the back side of your body. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath. And lower your hips. Drop your seat, bring your hands around your thighs, grab opposite elbows or wherever you can hold on to. Bring your chin to your chest, round your curl, put your forehead on your knees. Inhale, lift your heart up. Grab a hold of the front of your ankles and work your heels closer as you lift up your feet. And then slowly, with control, through your core, start to roll down. So what's going to happen is right around here, you're going to roll like a ball, like a Pilates. So I want you to really fight that rolling. Go down slowly. Go ahead, you can do it. You can do it. Take your time. Find your breaks. Find your breaks. And when you get down to the floor, hug your knees all the way to the chest. Legs in the air. Arms down by your side. Flex your feet. And imagine that I, perhaps, am sitting on your legs and allowing the weight of that to pull your hips to the earth. Take your arms over your head. Hook your thumbs together. Pull your rib cage down. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift your hands to your toes. Lift your head up off the floor. Lift a little higher with your arms and your legs. And now lift your hips off the floor for 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees to your chest. Open up your arms, shift your hips right, let your knees fall to the left. Spinal twist, any variation that you'd like. Inhale through center, exhale, legs to the left, or hips to the left, legs to the right. Inhale back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Round and curl your spine. Hold on to your ankles and place your feet on the floor. If that's too much, release your hands and just let them graze your heels. Tilt your pelvis so your pubic bone points upward. Push your top of your shoulders down. Lift your hips off the floor. Knees point forward. Heels energetically pull back towards your buttocks. Walk your arms underneath your back, palms together. Reach your fingers towards your heels. Open up your heart, your chest. Feel free to be supported with a block here or your hands if you'd like. Let go of the arms. Articulate your spine upper, mid, lower back down. Knees fall together, maybe windshield wiper a little bit side to side. Come back to center. Tilt your pelvis, point your pubic bone up, lift your hips up off the floor. Stay here, or maybe you want to bring your hands by your shoulders, come to the top of your head, and then lift your heart into your big, beautiful heart opening. Father's Day, back bend, breathe. When you're ready to come down, top of the head, chin to chest, upper mid, lower back, roll it out. Hug your knees to your chest. Happy baby. Yeah. Big toe, outer foot, rock and roll side to side. Come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Once again, rock and roll to sit up this time. Legs out in front of you. Adjust your hips. Take a breath and bring the arms all the way up. Reach forward for your toes. You don't have to touch your toes, but if you can, great. If you have a lot of flexibility in a block, hands in front. Relax the shoulders and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise up, arms up. Adjust yourself on your mat so that when you roll down, you are fully in the center with your head on the mat. Round your back, come down to the floor. Take your time, just like we did with our knees bent. This will be a little easier in terms. Legs are strong, strong, strong. Head down, knees in, one more time. Rock on your spine. If you'd like to do another spinal twist or anything else for a moment or two, this is your opportunity to go do that. Or set yourself up for your final Shavasana. Bringing your legs out in front of you with your hips splay open. Bringing your arms by your side with your arms open. If you are taking any other variations, take them till you're ready. Make your way onto your back when you're ready. Take this opportunity to just surrender to the mat, let go of any thoughts or distractions, any tensions. Release the breath that we've been practicing with and just come to your body's natural pattern of breathing. Inhaling and exhaling every square bit of tension out of there. And then melt. I invite you to stay as long as you would like or can. Feel free to turn me off and stay in Shavasana. Or begin to make your way back into this place, this time, this space. Make small, little subtle movements with your hands and your feet, your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Deepening the breath, bringing your awareness back. Draw your knees into your chest, and move to either side. Make your way back to a seated position. Close your eyes and gaze to the tip of your nose. Bring your hands to your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace to all. Thank you so much for being here. I am honored and grateful that you share your Saturday, Sunday, any day with me. And I am so honored to be able to share practice with you as well. Namaste, Satnam, go in peace. Have a great day. Happy Father's Day to any fathers practicing, or husbands, brothers, friends, fathers. Stay home safe and stay healthy.